What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in the channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, let's talk about Chaos Legion because there's a lot of talk about new players potentially coming in. You got a couple of different factors playing into this, including the fact that Aggie is going to be on this new Killer Whales TV show that's going to be all about crypto. It's like the Shark Tank for crypto. There's also the new ranked reward system that's coming, or that will be going live at the end of the month, which will hopefully, I don't know if it's going to bring in new players, but will make a better experience for new players when they do come in. And then, of course, we also have this potential burn event that might become like the halving event, but either way, we should see something over the next couple of months here that could scoop up or burn up a ton of the extra supply. But what I'm talking about specifically is the Chaos Legion core set, of which you can see here. We have 2.4 million packs unopened, and another 10 million, and obviously a bunch of cards that are somewhat flooding the market. So I was just running some numbers here, which I thought would be interesting to share with you guys. Okay, so if we take it, that's about like 3,300, 3,400 packs is a maxed set. How many new players would it take for us to really eat through all the extra supply of Chaos Legion? And what I mean by that is how many players coming in that want to play at the highest level. So they are maxing out cards. Now, here's the thing. 3,400 is going to get you a maxed set, right? Entire set. But you don't necessarily need a max set in order to compete. You just need certain cards. But the beauty of the system is that you're going to have to open up a bunch of packs anyway. And even if people are being, picky and choosy about whatever cards that they need, the RNG would have to be so good that they would all be Demon Sharks or legendary cards rather than Hardy Stonefishes, right? There's going to be a bunch of extra Hardy Stonefishes out there, even if new players don't necessarily want them. So in calculating this, looking at the 2.4 million packs, dividing that by 3,400, somebody check my math, please. But we would get about 705 max decks out of that. And so, again, it's not about each of these players wanting to get a fully maxed set, but just even picking and choosing, you'd need about 705 players to come in that would want all of the cards, all the top cards in that selection. So I was a little pleasantly surprised by that. That's not that high. That might be right around where the actual player base is now. So we could potentially double the player base and all of a sudden eat through all of that extra supply. Again, there'd probably be, an overrun of Hardy Stonefishes and whatever else is at the bottom of the barrel in Chaos Legion. But all the other top cards would be scooped up by players that actually want them and need them to compete in modern format, modern tournaments, or maybe even in Wild, right? I mean, Chaos Legion is still quite dominant. And so, 700 is not that much, but keep in mind that there's also a ton of cards on the marketplace or sitting in people's accounts that's not really accounted for. And so I don't know how to value that specifically, but if we look at the amount of packs that are opened, right, and just kind of compare this to the amount of packs circulating, well, check this out. We'll just round up. Every 2.5 million packs, we'll just round it up to like 750 players. I know the math might not be perfect, but if we say, right, that there's about 750 players for every 2.5 million packs, what if we say 5 million packs of open cards, right? So I'm not even counting the circulating or unopened, but 5 million packs, that'd be about 1,500 players. I mean, hell, let's go crazy. Let's say 3/4 of the packs that have been opened, not just the cards, but like the packs that have been opened. So these cards are already on the marketplace. Let's say 3/4 of them need to find a home. That would get us to what? 2,250, and then you add another 700 on top of that. I mean, we're talking about 3,000 players wanting to play at the highest level of the game that would scoop up everything for Chaos Legion. And there's even a chance that we were being too conservative there and would probably take even less. So I find that to be quite awesome, actually, because whatever you think the player base is now, whether it's 500 people or 5,000 people, 3,000 people in crypto that are looking to put money into a game is not that many people. We saw money being thrown around left and right during the last bull run. And I know Splinterlands is going to have its struggles competing with some of the top games out there. But to get 3,000 eyeballs that want to come in and actually have the capital to, spend on these packs and these cards, I don't know. To me, there's a lot of opportunity there. To me, that's something that's actually quite bullish in a way. So, for those of you who are worried about Chaos Legion, and I know that there's many, and I call it the Lost set, I call it the Land set, right? Because even if these players don't come in, I think eventually these cards will find their way to Land because it's just the largest set, and that's where Land is eventually going to go. I do believe that there is at least a decent chance over the next couple of months, or we'll call it 12 to 18 months, that we do bring in a decent amount of players. Is it 3,000? Is it 3,000 diamond level players? I don't know. That might be tough, right? But you go and you consider how much it costs to get. Let's actually look at where the set value is, because I haven't checked in a while. I know it's probably really, really low now. But let's go to Chaos Legion, and a diamond level set for Chaos Legion is $1,500. $1,500, right? That's kind of crazy to me. It's kind of crazy to me that people can go in and essentially start playing the game at the highest level, start earning like crazy with $1,500. Now, granted, I'm sure there's a bunch of Riftwatcher cards you need and Rebellion cards that you need, but I find that number to be somewhat reasonable, that people will be coming in and wanting to buy a bunch of cards. And yes, will they need the SPS as well? Of course, you can always rent that. You can always rent cards too. But all I'm saying is that if we get 2,000 to 3,000 real players coming in that want to compete at the highest or higher levels, then I think Rank Rewards is going to do a lot to get people to rent higher level cards. Ooh, this could get interesting really fast. And it doesn't even need to be 3,000 top tier players. Just imagine players that want to play at the lower levels. I mean, could we get like 10,000 players that want to play at the lower levels, especially if the experience becomes just a little bit better, so that bronze isn't the cesspit, or cesspool, whatever it is, and you can rent a couple of cards, get out of bronze, and then kind of play your deck in silver if you really want. That's going to be the new meta. That's going to be the new strategy. I don't know. To me, I find that really exciting. So, for everybody who's worried about Chaos Legion packs, again, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to go and buy Chaos Legion packs. I have no idea what's going to happen to Chaos Legion, but I do believe that the number of players needed, right, 3,000, let's say, is much smaller than what I think people are expecting. And once things start churning, once the wheels of Bitcoin and crypto start moving in a direction where it's impossible to ignore the fact that we are definitely in a bull run, that's when things get exciting. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.